So, I'm going to be honest with you from the start. I lost a lot of this trip. My SD card got damaged, and a lot of what I filmed just isn't there anymore. Over 8 hours of footage just lost. But what remains, I'll piece together as best as I can, kind of like a digital scrapbook of memories. Here's what's left of my trip to Florence.
I mean, at least at these streets you can walk.
We got straight off the train and hit the ground running, heading over to the Academia to see the famous David in person, and it was indeed stunning. I couldn't help but notice this weird fish and dog painting too. Although our Airbnb felt a bit far away, it had the most stunning view. You could see the Duomo in the distance, and it was like you're in the heart of the city. For dinner, we had to go to the famous All'Antico Vinaio, and I thought I picked a sandwich that I was familiar with, but I ended up getting something new by accident, and honestly, it turned out really good either way, so I don't know if it's a bad experience or not, but I was very pleased. On our second day, my sister and I went on a day trip to Pienza, and we've done this trip before, but we've gone back because it is probably one of the most beautiful sights of Tuscany I've ever seen.
Montalcino, but before we get there,
on our way, we stopped by the villa where I believe a scene in The Gladiator was filmed, and it is incredible. Pienza is probably my favorite village in Tuscany. It is so charming and beautiful, and I love how peaceful it is. And if I ever had an opportunity, I think I would stay here overnight just to get away from the busy towns. I wish the footage of the church with the slanted floor that's about to collapse off a hill at any moment was still surviving, but alas, it is gone. So enjoy what I have left. I think maybe losing my footage taught me that I should probably spend more time looking up than through a viewfinder. One of my favorite memories from this trip is the fact that you get a 3-course lunch and with wine pairings, but I don't drink wine, so I just kind of had it for the aesthetic and the most delicious pasta I've ever eaten in my life. I wish I could have shown you this beautiful abbey and the most tranquil hillside I've ever been on, but this is all I have left. Somehow my sister and I had caught in a cold somewhere in between Venice and Florence, and we were so thankful to be inside and to enjoy a nice cup of tea and to watch one of my favorite video games, which is Assassin's Creed. After all, Florence is the birthplace of Ezio, so it was only fitting that we gave it a watch.
sick when your eyes hurt. My eyeballs are hurting. What's it? It's so cute.
The next day we dedicated to the Uffizi, which I had never been, even though I've gone to Florence about 4 times now, and it was a lot of fun. I think the artwork is beautiful, as well as the interior of the building. I know my sister and I were so drugged up at this point because we were still battling that cold, although not at the contagious point. But I did have fun taking all these lovely photos of funny faces I saw. Right next door to the Uffizi is the Bargello Museum, which is so underrated, and I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk about it, but it's like a beautiful medieval castle. We then made the trek over to Pitti Palace, which is another location that I've never actually been inside in my several times visiting Florence, and it was beautiful. I really enjoyed it, but I really don't have many pictures left. It was so cool seeing a luthier shop. I've never seen one in Florence before. And the velvet shoes that I have been looking for so long. I finally saw them in Florence. One of the highlights of this trip was the fact that my sister and I were going to grocery stores so that we can cook our own dinners, which is super cost effective. And I even filmed an entire section of that, but it was all on my camera. I did eat these Ringo cookies, which were super delicious. And one thing I also love doing when I go to Italy is stocking up on a bunch of snacks that I can't get in the States. I should have done more research on the meat we bought because it was a little gamey, but the pasta was good. On our final day, we had a unique experience of going to a perfume class, which is so exciting and something I really didn't know anything about, although I know that there's a famous perfume shop in Florence. And it was a bit of a struggle to make my own scent because I was still recovering from that cold and I could not really smell anything. So I was so afraid that what I put together was going to be really bad. But what I could smell, it turned out really good. And the cool thing is that I still have a bottle of it today.
Huh? No. Wow, why did you stop?
It's amazing how fast time had flown because we were already at our last night and I wasn't really ready to go. But we had a cooking class to go to where we were going to make our own pasta and I believe gelato. And I was pretty excited because I have never done the pasta version of this class. I think last time I did pizza and it was a lot of fun. Not to mention delicious, and I learned a few awesome techniques that I'll be using in the future. I must have been really feeling myself in this clip, but it was our last day and it was time to go and we were going to head to Rome next. I had to finish this ice cream that I had saved so it didn't go to waste.
Sad, sad day. Not really. I'm not
I'm
sad.
not sad. I'm happy. I'm not happy like, oh gosh, I can't wait to leave.
Tell me your top experiences here in Florence.
Are you filming?
No, not you. Myself.
Oh, you can see that in there if you want.
Huh?
I said you can keep that in there if you want. My top experience?
Yeah, what were your top experiences here?
Like in the city or?
Just in general, just in Florence in general.
Going to what was the museum called?
The Bargello?
The Bargello Museum.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Because again, like it had original pieces, Michelangelo. The first public building built in Florence. Like that's a lot of history. And even though like the Academy is here, and the Duomo's here, I think that was the highlight because it has so much variety and history to it as well. It's not just David. You have a whole slew of artwork and architecture all in one space. Like that family saw, that was like almost 1,000 years old.
It's pretty cool.
And it was used for mass to make sure flies aren't on like the people, whoever the people were. It was made out of bone. Very old.
I think my top experience here was what did I really like? I actually liked Pitti Palace. I thought it was really cool. The statues. Oh wait, actually I liked Uffizi too. I like the statue part of Uffizi.
I like the beginning of the museum tour of Uffizi. Well, I would obviously know that one of it like first.
And as part of my continuing journey, I've been trying an espresso from every city, and it was Florence's turn, which I don't even know if it's good or bad because I'm not much of a coffee drinker and espressos are so strong. So the search for the best continues.